So good morning to all. So in the previous lectures, we are discussed about different types of analyzer signals, signal analyzers for analysis of signals, function generators, spectrum analyzers. We are seen in the second unit. So we are covered. So coming to the third unit. So third unit, it is about the oscilloscopes. So oscilloscope. CRO. So we can call it as a CRO. So cathode ray oscilloscope. Cathode ray oscilloscope. So here, what is the CRO? So what is the main functionality of the CRO? Why it is used in the electronic applications? So with this CRO, we can measure the voltage, current, and power, and also we can measure the frequency and phase of the applied signals. So the CRO, we can measure the voltage, we can measure the voltage, current, as well as power. So we can measure, okay, and also we can observe the frequency of the applied input waveform. And it is a electronic we can call it as electronic test instrument. So we can test the voltage at different parts of the given electronic circuitry. So for a given electronic circuitry, it is required to measure so the voltage across an element, or either it is resistance. Okay, and similarly, we can also measure the current. Okay, so we can find the what is the values of voltage and current in a given circuit diagram. So that can be measured by using CRO. So CRO is most versatile tool. So it is most reliable. We can reliable on this the functionality of the CRO. Okay, so the use of the use of cathode ray oscilloscope allows the amplitude of electrical signals, whether they are voltage, current, or power, to be displayed as a function of time. So in this case, in the CRO, we can measure the voltage of a signal, or current or power. So and that is measured with respect to time. So as a function of time, we can measure. So the CRO depends on movement of electron beam. So mainly it will shows the main heart of the CRO is CRT. So cathode ray tube, CRT, cathode ray tube. Okay. So in this cathode ray tube, the beam of electrons will be um, produced from electron gun, and that beam of electrons will be bombards the screen of the CRO. CRT tube. So on the tube of the CRT, this beam of electrons will be impacts. So when it is bombarded with the screen, so there is a illumination will be occurs. So the movement of these electron beam, the movement the variation of the direction changes will be caused by two deflection plates. So in the x-axis and y-axis, we have two deflection systems, vertical deflection plates and horizontal deflection plates. when the voltages which are applied on these deflection plates, so depending upon the voltages applied, so due to that there is a variation in the electron beam which will be which will bombarded on the CRT tube. Okay, so whenever the voltages which are applied on the plates of the horizontal and vertical deflection plates, so there is that due to that voltage variations, the electron beam passes through these deflection plates, and this electron beam will be variation of the electron beam will be represented displayed on the screen. Okay, so here the CRO depends on the movement of electron beam. So the main thing is electron beam movement, so which is bombarded on a screen coated with a fluorescent material. So here in this case, the screen is coated with fluorescent material. So to produce a visible spot. If the electron beam is reflected on the both conventional axis, that is x-axis and y-axis, so the display is reduced. Okay. So in this case, we can get the displays of the applied input signal in by movement of the both the vertical and horizontal reflection plates. So the beam is deflected at a constant rate related to time along with the x-axis, and deflected along the y-axis in the response to the stimulus, such as voltage. So in the x-axis, we will consider the time. So on the x-axis, we will consider the time. So okay, so that is uh, produced by horizontal reflection plates, and the voltage so which is applied, that is we can call here it is a stimulus. So how much voltage it is applied on the input of the CRO, that voltage will be as such as assume that it is voltage, and it will be applied on the y-axis. Okay, vertical deflection plates. So y-axis represents the voltage. Okay, amplitude. So whether it is current or voltage, it is an amplitude. So y-axis represents the amplitude of the current or voltage. Okay, so this produces a time dependent variation of the input voltage. So uh, the main with respect to time, we can obtain the voltage. And coming to, so the oscilloscope is basically an electron beam voltmeter. So you can consider it as an electron beam voltmeter. So the heart of the oscilloscope is the cathode tube. Already you know. So the main heart of the CRO or oscilloscope is a cathode ray tube (CRT), so which makes the applied signal visible by the deflection of thin beam of electrons. So the applied voltage will be displayed as a beam of electrons. So on the screen using the CRT. So by using CRT, we can observe see applied voltage variations. So in the form of beams. Since the electron has practically no weight, and hence no inertia, therefore the beam of electrons can be moved to follow waveforms varying at a rate of millions of times per second. So the electron beam faithfully follows rapid variations in signal voltage and traces a visible path on the CRT screen. So actually we can say that practically the electrons has no weight. Okay, so when these electrons will be moved in a CRT, okay, so it does not it doesn't have any weight, so it can be changes rapidly with the changes which are applied on the deflection plates. So the deflection plates which are applied, the voltage which is applied on the deflection plates, so due to that voltage is applied on the deflection plates, the charges will makes the movement of the electron beam. So how that is happening in we will see in the CRT. So detailed structure of the CRT we will see. So how it will be deflects with respect to horizontal and deflection plates in the coming classes. So So in this way, the rapid variations or pulsations or transients are reproduced, and the operator can observe the waveform as well as measure amplitude at any instant of time. Okay, so due to the beam movement with respect to the applied voltage signals, we can observe the signals which are produced at the display. Okay, so that we can, from that display we can easily identify the amplitude at any given point of time, so at any instant of time. So this is the basic block diagram of an oscilloscope. So if you observe, this one is CRT. So this is the CRT. Okay. So CRT is mainly having the electron gun. This is vertical deflection plates, horizontal deflection plates, and this is the phosphor screen, and which is the luminance spot which is occurred when the beam of electrons are bombarded on the phosphor screen. And this is the electron beam. The dotted line indicates the beam of electrons. And here we have, we will apply the input signal, and that input signal is applied to vertical amplifier. Okay, so it will amplify the signal which is capable to drive the vertical deflection plates. So it will amplify increases the strength of the input signal. So, and that in such a way that it will drive the vertical deflection plates. Okay, and the same amplified signal will be given to the trigger circuit, and trigger circuit will produces the output voltage, and which is applied to time-based generator. So this time-based generator is nothing but a sweep generator. So already we have studied in second unit, sweep generator. Time-based generator is nothing but the sweep generator. Sweep voltage will produces. The sweep voltage is applied to the horizontal amplifier. So again, this horizontal amplifier will amplify the time-based generator output, and in such a way that it will drive the horizontal deflection rates. Okay, horizontal deflection rates. And here we have a delay line. So why we can use the delay line means, so it will makes application of the output of vertical amplifier to the vertical deflection plates for a moment of delay. So because the application of the horizontal deflection plates, the voltage applied on the deflection plates will take some time, because it will be the signal will be applied to trigger circuit, and that signal is also applied to time-based generator to process all this signal analysis. So it requires some time. Okay, so to make that amount of variation, or to make that lag or delay, so there is a delay line will be provided in the vertical amplifier section. So due to this delay, so the signal, the vertical amplifier, so due to some delay, the voltage from the vertical amplifier and the signal from the horizontal amplifier both will be applied at the same instant. Same instant of time it will be applied. So to make synchronization with the vertical deflection plates and horizontal deflection plates, the delay line will be provides some delay before applying the vertical amplifier output to vertical deflection plates. Because on the horizontal section, so we have three more sections, three more circuits are there. So this while the signal will move through this circuits, it will take some time. So to provide that amount of delay, so this delay line will be provides delay signal, and when both the signals are applied, on the vertical deflection plates and horizontal deflection plates. So depending upon the applied voltages, so these electron beam will be okay. So here the main purpose delay line provides some delay of the applied vertical amplifier signal. Okay. So here in addition to run the to run this CRT and the other circuits which are having in the CRO, so we require some power supply. So that power supply will be provided HV supply and LV supply, high voltage supply and low voltage supply. So this power supply, high voltage supply is applied to the CRT. So this CRT. So because it will should produce the high speed of electron beam should be produced from the electron gun. So that's why it requires a high amount of the power supply. High voltage will be required. So around both 1000 volts like that. So for the low voltage supply, to operate the all the electronic circuits which are present in the CRO, so to operate these electronic circuits, it requires some external power supply. So that power supply will be supplied by low voltage supply. Okay, to run this circuitry. Okay. So here we can consider the oscilloscope is having the following parts. So cathode tube, vertical amplifier, delay line, time-based generator, horizontal amplifier, trigger circuit, and power supply. So these are the major parts of the CRO. CRT, vertical amplifier, delay line, time-based generator, horizontal amplifier, trigger circuit, power supply. So CRT. So it is the heart of the oscilloscope. So you can say a number of times it is. So it is the heart of the oscilloscope. When the electrons emitted by the electron gun strikes the phosphor screen, so visible signal is displayed on the CRT. So by using by using phosphor screen, we can observe the electrons movement. Okay. So and vertical amplifier, the input signals are amplified by the vertical amplifier. So the input signal which is to be measured, the voltage or the current of the signal, test signal, so which is to be measured, is applied to the first. It will be applied to the vertical amplifier. So at vertical amplifier will amplifies the applied input signal, and usually vertical amplifier is a wide band amplifier, so which passes the entire band of frequencies. So generally, so whatever the signals which are applied, and all those signals should be reached to the CRT screen. So that's why we can use the wideband amplifier. So the range of frequencies, all the range of frequency of the signals can be analyzed using CRO. Using CRO. Okay. The frequency, all the frequency ranges of the signals can be analyzed using CRO. So delay line. So as the name suggests, the circuit is used to delay the signal for a period of time in the vertical section of CRT. So it will provide some delay period of time. Okay. So the input signal is not applied directly to the vertical plates because the part of the signal gets lost when the delay time is not used. Therefore, the input signal is delayed by a period of time. So because here, some part because the part of signal gets lost before apply the horizontal deflection plates. The voltage applied before the horizontal deflection plates. If you applied the vertical amplifier output to the vertical deflection plates, we will lost some signal. Okay, so that's why the some delay will be provided by the delay line with some time period. And the next one is time-based generator or sweep generator. So it is a time-based circuit is just a unit junction transistor. So by using unit junction UJT, so we can produce this sweep, voltage. So the sawtooth voltage produced by the time-based circuits is required to deflect the beam in the horizontal section. So to sweep the voltage in the horizontal direction, so we can use this sawtooth wave generator, sawtooth voltage generator, or sawtooth voltage generator. Okay, are used by produced by the time-based circuit is required to deflect the beam in the horizontal section. Okay, the spot is deflected by the sawtooth voltage at a constant time dependent rate, and horizontal amplifier. The sawtooth voltage produced by the time-based circuit is amplified by the horizontal amplifier before it is applied to the horizontal deflection plates. Okay, on the horizontal amplifier, it will produces the voltage from which will produces the amplification of the voltage which is produced from the sawtooth wave generator or the sweep generator, and it will be amplified and applied to the horizontal deflection plates. And trigger circuit, the signals which are used to activate the trigger circuit are converted to trigger pulses for the precision sweep operation whose amplitude is uniform. So the trigger circuit, the signals which are used to activate the trigger circuit. So we will apply the input signal to the vertical amplifier. So after amplification, the same signal is applied to the trigger circuit. So depending upon the applied voltage, it will produce the trigger pulses. The trigger circuit will produce the trigger pulses, and those trigger pulses will give into the sweep generator, and it will produce the sweep voltage with amplitude. Okay, and hence the input signal and sweep frequency can be synchronized. So next one is the power supply. So the voltage required by CRT, horizontal amplifier, and vertical amplifier are provided by the power supply circuit. So functioning, the cathode ray is a beam of electrons which are emitted by the heated cathode and accelerated towards the fluorescent screen. The assembly of the cathode, intensity grid, focus grid, and accelerating anode is called an electron gun. So the electron gun will present all these components. So that is, the first one is a cathode, a heating cathode, intensity grid, focus grid, and accelerating anode. So the by the application of the voltage, it will produce a heat, and due to that heat, the electrons will be generated, and the electrons will be the beam of electrons will be moves through this intensity grid, focus grid, and accelerating anodes. Okay, so we can change the intensity of the signal and focus of the signal by using these knobs will be provided at the front panel of the CRO. So we can change the intensity of the electron beam by varying the intensity grid. Similarly, we can adjust the resolution. So, to produce the electron beam, so cathode will produce the electron beam, and control of its intensity and focus will be obtained by changing the intensity grid and focus grid. Okay. So by varying between the electron gun and the fluorescent screen are two pairs of metal plates, one oriented to provide horizontal reflection of the beam and one pair oriented to give vertical reflection of the beam. Okay. So from the fluorescent screen and the electron gun, we have two sets of two pairs of plates, that is the horizontal reflection plates and the vertical reflection plates. These plates are referred to as the horizontal vertical reflection plates. So the combination of these two plates allows the beam to reach any portion of the fluorescent screen. So due to these deflection plates, we can produce the output at any corner or any position of the screen, fluorescent screen. So wherever the electron beam hits the screen, the phosphor is excited and light is emitted from that point. So the screen is coated with the phosphorus material. So when the light is then the beam of electrons will be bombarded with the phosphorus coated screen. So the light will be emitted. Okay, the phosphorus material is excited and light is emitted. Okay, this conversion of electron energy into light allows us to write with points or lines of light on to darken the screen. So the linear deflection and the sweep of the beam horizontally is accomplished by use of the sweep generator, that is incorporated in the circuit. So horizontal deflection, linear deflection is produced by the sweep beam. Okay, and which is by using a sweep generator we can produce the horizontal deflection, that is x-axis, generation of the x-axis. And similarly, in the most common use of oscilloscope, the signal to be studied is first amplified and then applied to the vertical deflection plates to deflect the beam vertically. And at the same time, the voltage that increases linearly with the time is applied to the horizontal plates, thus causing the beam to be deflected horizontally at a uniform rate. The same input signal is applied to vertical amplifier as well as the horizontal amplifier. So depending upon the applied input signal, that signal will make the generation of the sweep voltage. The signal which is applied to vertical plates is thus displayed on the screen as a function of time. The horizontal axis serves as a uniform time scale. So the vertical deflection plates voltage, it will produces the amplitude of the applied signal. So whereas the horizontal axis will be acts as a uniform time scale, serves as an uniform time scale. Okay, so today we up to this we will stop the discussion. So in the tomorrow class we will see the CRT, how the CRT will produce different what are the main constructions, what is the electron gun, so how the deflection plates will be deflects the electron beam. So deflection sensitivity we'll see in the next class. Okay. So with this, I am closing this session. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Okay. So now I am closing this session.